Hello everyone, my name is Talita Sulinati. I will explain to all of you about punctuation. Definition. Punctuation in bahasa means nada baca. In speaking, we use pause and the pitch of the voice to make what we say clear. Punctuation plays a similar role in writing, make it easier to read. Kind of punctuation. There are many kinds of punctuation, like number 1, period or full stop. We use full stop to mark the end of a sentence. For example, we went to France last summer. We were really surprised that it was so easy to travel on the motorways. Then, in addition to closing sentence, we also use full stop in initial for a personal name, like example in below. Full stop are also used after abbreviation, although this practice is becoming less common, like example in below. The kind of punctuation number 2 is comma. Comma customarily indicate a brief pause. They are not as final as period. We use comma to separate a list of similar words or phrase. For example, it's important to write in clear, simple, accurate words. Then, they were more friendly, more talkative, more open than last time we met them. We use comma to separate word or phrase that mark where the voice would pause slightly. For example, I cannot tell you now. However, all will be revealed tomorrow at midday. Then, we had, in fact, lost all of our money. In sentence where two independent clauses are joined by character such as and, or, but, etc., put a comma at the end of the first clause. For example, he walked all the way home, and he shut the door. Number 3. Exclamation mark. We use exclamation mark to indicate an exclamative clause or expression in informal writing. When we want to emphasize something in informal writing, we sometimes use more than one exclamation mark. For example, listen. Oh no, please don't ask me to phone her. She'll talk for hours. Number 4. Question mark. We use question marks to make clear that what is said is a question. When we use a question mark, we do not use a full stop. For example, why do they make so many mistakes? Where is my phone? Number 5. Colon and semicolon. A colon means that is to say, or here's what I mean. Colon and semicolon should never be used interchangeably. We use colons to introduce lists. For example, there are 3 main reasons for the success of the government, like economic, social, and political. We also use colons to indicate a subtitle or to indicate a subdivision of a topic. For example, life in province, a personal view. We often use colons to introduce direct speech. Like, then he said, I really cannot help you in any way. We use semicolons instead of full stop to separate two main clauses. In such case, the clauses are related in meaning but are separate grammatical. For example, Spanish is spoken throughout South America. In Brazil, the main language is Portuguese. Semicolons are not commonly used in contemporary English. Full stop and comma are more common. Number 6. Capital letter. We use capital letter to mark the beginning of a sentence, and we use full stop to mark the end of a sentence. Example, We went to France last summer. We were really surprised that it was so easy to travel on the motorways. In this sentence, a bold letter should capital. We also use capital letters at the beginning of proper noun. Proper noun include personal name, including titles before name, nationalities and language, days of the week and month of the year, public holiday as well as geographical place. For example, Dr. David James is the consultant at Leeds City Hospital. The last is parentheses and bracket. Use parentheses to enclose information that clarifies or it used as an aside. For example, he finally answered, parenthesis, after taking 5 minutes to think, that he did not understand the question. Parentheses also used to define abbreviation. For example, the matter will be decided by the IOC. IOC in this sentence means International Olympic Committee. The parentheses to explain the IOC. We use brackets to add clarification. For example, the witness said, the policeman hit me. The policeman used bracket because it is explained he in this sentence. We also use brackets to add missing words. For example, it is blah blah blah. Good question. Typically, we use brackets when we want to modify another person's words. We want to make it clear that the modification has been made by us, not by the original writer. I think enough about my explanation of punctuation. I hope you are understand and thank you. See you later.